Hey everybody, Paranormal Video Gamer here. So, I just finished the Twisted Metal show. I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on it. Not going to spoil anything, not going to break any key story parts of it. If you've played the games, then you pretty much know how Twisted Metal started, how it ends, all that fun stuff. What did I think personally about the show? I enjoyed it. Is it the worst show I've ever seen of a video game adaptation? No. That honor goes to Resident Evil. That show was by far the worst idea that I've ever seen for a TV video game crossover show. The Resident Evil show that came out, even though it stars an amazing actor who recently passed away, it was bad. Okay? It had some great moments. I'm not going to deny that. There are some moments in it that are really great. But then there are some moments that are just blah and weird. So let me explain. The weird one, for me at least, after seeing Sweet Tooth, we've all seen the trailer. If you haven't seen the trailer of Sweet Tooth, the very first trailer of Twisted Metal that came out, you watch the trailer and you see that Sweet Tooth is singing. That was the weird thing for me. Because, playing all the games and going through all the stories and all that kind of stuff, it doesn't feel like Sweet Tooth. It doesn't feel like that is what Sweet Tooth would be doing. Singing and having a fun time. Now, maybe having fun in terms of killing people, but not singing and then expecting the person that he's about to kill to sing. That would not be happening. So that was kind of weird. But I understand why they wanted to do it. They wanted to lighten the mood a little bit. Maybe get some people to get caught off guard with a laugh. Okay. The blah part of it is the whole story on Sweet Tooth's background. It was okay, but I don't know. There's just something missing about it. I think, again, if you played the games, I think if they went from the original aspect, and they did include some original stuff from the original game and the backstory of the original game and the comics and things like that I've seen. So, kudos to them. They did go and give a little bit here, a little bit there, but there was just a lot lacking. What I really liked is the very ending. And I'll be completely honest, hearing the name that is synonymous with Twisted Metal at the very end, that was cool. Seeing that they're actually going to do something, that was really cool. Again, I'm not going to try spoiling it, but again, if you play Twisted Metal and you know what the game is based off of, you're going to love that ending as much as I did. Now, my rating for the show, and I'm going to be completely honest. Again, not the worst show I've ever seen in my life. I've seen a lot of bad shows. A lot of bad shows that were video games or comics that were adapted into movies, and they were pretty bad. If I had to give this a star point system, 10 being the greatest, 1 being the worst, mine's going to be a 7. Okay? Again, not horrible, but if it does continue and it goes into another season, I'd like some story elements to be explained a little bit more. For people that have never played Twisted Metal, they need to explain certain things so everybody understands and everybody's on the same page. There wasn't a whole lot of story explaining, like, stuff, information And there were a lot of people that I've seen making comments, well, I don't understand why this happened, I don't understand why this happened, and they have never played the games. So I think that they need to do that. They need to explain to people, okay, this is what happened, this is why it happened, and this is what is most likely going to happen. And I think that that's what they need to do. Now, in terms of the rating of how I rate things, the Resident Evil TV show, if I remember, I rated it like a 2 out of 10. Or I don't even know if I put that review up. I can't remember. But it was bad. I mean, it was really, really bad. But this was actually decent. I'm not going to say it was the greatest thing in the world, because I think Last of Us has done it a lot better. Having an adaptation from the game, because they gave the information and they set stuff aside, and you got like all this stuff that you figured out because of the way that they were adding elements to the story. I just wish that they would have done that with this series, because again, if you've never played the games, you're going to watch the first 3 episodes and you're going to be a little bit lost. Now, the very first episode, that one kind of threw me off a little bit, because again, I was expecting it to be into something completely different, and it wasn't. And again, there's some stupid humor, there's some crude humor, but seeing some of the actual contestants, so to speak, that is going to be cool. I like the way that they did the contestant thing. Again, I'm going to say 7 out of 10. I hope the next season's even better, because there's a lot of things, like I said, there's lacking. There's lacking a lot of information, and I think it's going to confuse a lot of people that have never played the video games. And this is just my opinion. So, again, go check out the show, and I think you'll understand where I'm coming from. So, have fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And I'm looking forward to the next Twisted Metal game, because rumor has it there's one in the works right now. So that'll be fun. Good night, all.